Let's begin with a simple thought. Everything around us, the air we breathe, the water we drink, even the food we eat, is not random. It is part of a vast, intricate system so finely balanced that even the smallest change can ripple across the whole. That system is what we study in ecology. Ecology isn't just about forests, wildlife, or faraway landscapes. It's about life itself and the unseen connections that bind it. It is the relationship between a drop of water and a human cell, between a tree and the oxygen in our lungs, between a tiny insect and the food on our plate. In essence, ecology teaches us a powerful truth. We are not separate from nature. We are part of it. And when we begin to understand these connections, we don't just study the world differently, we begin to live differently. Now, let's move forward and clearly define what ecology really is. Ecology is the scientific study of how organisms interact with their environment. Notice that this definition is based on two key elements: living organisms and their environment. But here is where it becomes interesting. These are not separate categories. They are deeply intertwined. Think about this. The most common examples of interaction in nature include bees that depend on flowers for nectar and, in return, pollinate them. A perfect example of mutual dependence. And this brings us to a critical understanding in ecology. The biotic components, or living organisms, interact not only with each other but also with abiotic components, such as air, water, soil, and climate. These interactions are ongoing, ever-changing, and vital for life. Therefore, ecology is not just about studying organisms, it's about understanding the relationships that support life itself. Ecology operates at different levels, almost like zooming in and out of life. We start with an individual organism called a particular species struggling to survive. Then a population group of the same species next, a community, multiple species living together. And finally, the ecosystem, where living organisms interact with non-living elements like water, air, and soil. What happens if we remove water from an ecosystem? The answer is simple, yet profound. The system collapses. This is the essence of ecology. Life exists not in isolation, but in delicate balance across interconnected levels. Now, let's explore how organisms interact. This is where ecology truly becomes dynamic. Life is not static. Constant interactions shape it. Competition among living organisms is a struggle for resources like food, space, and light, whereas predation involves one organism feeding on another. In mutualism, both organisms benefit, as in bees and flowers, whereas in parasitism, one benefits while the other suffers. These interactions are not exceptions, they are the rules that govern life. Now, let's connect science with action. Ecology helps us understand how nature works, how organisms interact, how energy flows, and how delicate balances are maintained across ecosystems. But understanding alone is not enough. This is where environmental science comes in. It takes that ecological knowledge and asks, what should we do with it? How do we reduce pollution? How do we protect biodiversity? How do we ensure a sustainable future? As we complete this lecture, let us reflect on this quote. The quiet river carries timeless stories from the heart of the. In much the same way, nature carries the story of life. A story written through interactions, balance, adaptation, and change. Every organism, every drop of water, every breath we take is part of that unfolding narrative, and ecology gives us the language to read that story, to understand its patterns, its connections, and its meaning. But more importantly, once we begin to understand that story, we also begin to realize our role within it. We are not just observers of nature's story. We are participants in it